Hello there, and welcome to Double Dumb Podcast, Episode 1. You've probably never seen us before, or heard us before. This isn't my voice. I don't know what I'm doing.
He's
Don't
just
ask.
being posh for you guys. He's just being posh for you guys, yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to get
He's
a
the
book
posh.
deal.
He's the posh one, and I'm the bit of rough. So that's how to describe us.
I'm trying to get a book deal. Okay, I'm trying to do audiobooks.
You failed miserably.
Oh well. Well, I'll just stick to doing podcasts then. Yeah, everyone, welcome to the episode 1. You are listening to, or if you are watching Colm and Dermo or Dermatron. How are you doing, buddy?
I am doing well, and I'm really excited about this new channel we've created for gamers. This is a channel just for gamers, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to do a lot of gaming stuff as well. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I love it. I love the idea of it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is what we do. We both love gaming and everything. We are going to, talk a little bit about what got us into gaming as well, and obviously, we're going to cover a topic or two as well. But I'm going to take you back, Dermot. I am going to take you back to when I was a wee young lad.
Yeah.
So I am talking, just let me make sure that I have got this right. I am talking here January 1997. I was 5 years old. Didn't have a clue what I was doing in the game consoling world.
You still don't?
No, I still don't know. But 1997, 5 years old, as I said. Just turned 5, actually, not long before this. And I have a PlayStation 1. The classic old school. I did have Sega before that, but I had a PlayStation 1. And 5-year-old me decided, I know, let's play a computer game. And I tried my hardest to play Final Fantasy VII at 5 years old. Now, I had no clue what I was doing. I was just pressing buttons, didn't understand the game or anything like that. But that game made me fall in love even more with gaming.
Yeah.
And I've been a gamer ever since. I've played Final Fantasy VII and everything ever since, and I've expanded and played many, many games. What made you fall in love? What happened? Like, obviously, that for me in 1997 is the story that sticks with me. What is it that sticks with you?
It was back when I was about 7 or 8, and my mum and
the 1600s.
Yeah, back in the 1600s. Yeah, when there was no electricity or anything, but Dad had to go outside the back of the house and ride his bike for electricity.
Yep.
My parents got me an NES, and that playing a little, no disrespect to Italian men, a little fat Italian man bouncing around eating magic mushrooms. That made me fall in love with gaming. Mario Brothers for me was the game that made me fall in love with gaming. And also Duck Hunt as well. Some people can remember Duck Hunt as well. It was one of the first games to come out in the NES. When if you missed the pigeon, the dog would come up behind the hedge and start laughing, a bit like I forget the name of the cartoon back in the day. But yeah, it was the NES for me, Colin, and Mario Brothers. The first ever Mario Brothers, which was like game changing for me. And before that, I mean, for me, it was like Pac-Man or Space Invaders, or there wasn't really much gaming around. It was all arcade gaming. But the NES was the first one, and I fell in love with gaming from then.
See, we all have our stories. We all have our stories that made us fall in love. But obviously, throughout the years, gaming has progressed to what we've seen it today. You don't see those 2D platformers anymore of a little Italian plumber jumping on Koopas and eating magic mushrooms to make himself bigger.
Nope.
You don't see the blockiness of Lara Croft or, Sonic the Hedgehog or anything anymore. It's all changed. Obviously, if people have seen us on our other channels that we do have as well, they will know that we are massive sports fans. We like football, we like Formula One, darts, etc., etc. Now, we are going to talk a little bit about this. So, 1993, December the 15th, 1993. just before I was 1 year old, actually. That tells you what year I was born in. I'm only a young one. FIFA came onto the scene.
Yeah.
And it was these block men on this very, very pixelated pitch.
Yeah.
You pressed a button and something had happened, but you didn't know what would happen because the quality was that bad. We're bringing it forward all the way up till now. I know you want to talk about EA.
Now, I tell you one thing, though. Talking about football games, the NES was the first time I played a football game on any console, and it was called Soccer. And it was for me. So go on, Colin. Go on.
The first soccer game I played or football game I played was Sensible Soccer.
I used to love that game back in the day. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But soccer was so bog standard. It was like side view on. You couldn't. It was just up and down the pitch. That was it. That's all you could do. But Sensible Soccer was the first game that came out where it was over the top, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and you can run down the wing and you can do all different types of things. It was the first proper football game, I think, came out. And then, as you said, FIFA came on the scene and totally revolutionarily changed the gaming world, in my view.
Yeah, it did. It really did. You know, I mean, like I said, we're going to jump to what it is now. Obviously, graphics have changed. The whole thing has changed. FIFA isn't what it was anymore, or should I say EAFC or whatever they want to call it nowadays. I'm going to stick to FIFA. So I know you've got gripes with FIFA, especially this year. So let's get into it. Let's just dive heads in straight first. You know, let's not be wearing any protection. Let's get stuck in there.
Yeah.
What is it that has annoyed you with FIFA this year?
I think they've taken games that weren't broken and they've broken them. They've taken games that was nothing wrong with them and they've just ruined them. EA Sports has ruined both sets of games. EA Sports 24 is useless. It's not what it was. And for me, I got it out to see what EA could do with it, and they haven't done anything with it. It's just copied and pasted what was from the year before. It's the same with EA F1 24. They've just copied and pasted it. And they're putting no thought into the gaming part of the game, that when people go out and buy the game, they want to see something different. They want to see something exciting. And they just haven't done that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've obviously got private chat. There is more of us on Double Dum. Just unfortunately, it's only me and you available today. We will get them on the podcast as well, obviously, and discuss certain things with them. But I remember we had a discussion in regards to EAFC. And I basically put in there, which a few people agreed with, I think one or two people kind of disagreed, that when EA are bringing out a new FIFA game or even F1 currently, you know, you're basically paying full price for an update.
Yeah.
Because that's all it is. It's just a squad update.
It is.
You know, we've seen through years, I mean, we can go back, you know, back to 2006 FIFA or 2007. It always seems to be the one that ends on the odd number is just an update. And then the one after seems to be a big change.
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened with the AFC.
No. It hasn't.
Why?
They got lazy. And that's what it is. It's lazy. I mean, I can go back to like the Formula One games, F1 97 or 95 came out. And it was like the first ever F1 game you played. And then F1 97 came out, which was another jump from F1 95. But since they start bringing out like FIFA 01, 02, 03, and F1 9, 10, 11, 12, it's just no thought goes into it. Oh, we changed the visual graphics a bit. We put a new hub into it. Oh, we changed the how you buy and sell players. There's nothing different. And they haven't put into a thought of what the customer wants. And we're paying full whack for this. It's not like €40. It's 60, 70, 80, €90. The game, the F1 game on the game store at the moment is €99. €99. And there's children out there going to, like my partner as well, when our boys were young, and she testified to this, buying games and consoles back in the day, 500 and something euro. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It is ridiculous, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, when we were young, PS1 games were expensive, but if you look at them, what they are now, you know, compared to the prices of what they are now, the difference is astronomical. If you actually look at, I mean, obviously, I like playing a lot of different games. I have the latest WWE game, which is not great. Again, 2K, not fantastic at all. And I had to wait for the whole thing to come down in price because it was like the standard edition was £70, and then you were going up from there. So if you wanted a bonus content, it was £90. If you wanted everything, it was 120.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, the biggest gripe I have with EA Sports is it's exactly like what we had last year. There is no difference to it. And I was suspecting they made this big thing of EA Sports. Oh, it's different. It's a game changer. Well, what's the game changer? I'm playing FIFA 23. And look, the new F1 games coming out, new handling, new tire model, and you can play as Ayrton Senna. Yeah, that I'm excited over. I can play as Ayrton Senna, my all-time favorite F1 driver. Happy. But I've got to pay €99 just to do that one good thing.
Yeah.
And EA as a company, they've ruined the James Bond franchises. Totally killed them. They've killed every game going. They take a good game and they ruin it.
Yeah. And you're not wrong.
And it's down to us as consumers to pay out 80, €90 for a game that they've ruined.
Yeah.
When are they ever going to learn? It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you're definitely not wrong there. You know, I think price over substance seems to be the thing. I mean, like I said, I keep going backwards to look at them. I mean, you know, I can remember playing FIFA 08, for instance, and being able to score from a halfway line. And although it were annoying, but people loved it. Yeah. You know, the free kick system and stuff, it was fantastic. Formula One before, you know, I think Codemasters obviously still are the developers.
The Codemasters, proper Codemasters F1 games were brilliant.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. Yeah, the Codemasters, when it was just them, was fantastic. Yeah, but now it's got the EA team in there as well. It's not great.
They brought out Toka Racing back in the day, which you probably remember. Toka Racing 3. But it's like let's talk like the James Bond franchise, right? GoldenEye on the N64. Possibly the greatest ever Bond game ever made. And then EA took over. I think the only decent games out of EA was Nightfire on the PS2. And I think that's about it. I mean, you have to go back to Nintendo to get a decent Bond game.
Yeah.
I know there's a new one in the works with INC or the makers of the Hitman game.
Yep.
Now they're about making a new Bond game, so I'll be interested to see how that comes out. But EA have not got a Scooby when it comes to making decent games because they don't make decent games.
Well, I don't know. I just don't think they care. I think that is the issue. They just do not care about it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
It's all about, for me, it's all about when you get the game, it's all about like Game Pass on the F1 game, or you have like the back in the day, what do you call it, the games when you went onto FIFA and you had these players that didn't know when to come on, you do your online stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
all that we had to pay for back in the day. That's only recently gone free. EA are only looking to make money. They don't care about the value where you, me, want to sit down and enjoy the game. EA don't care about that.
Well, I mean, that kind of leads into the next section. And I mean, you don't even know what we're going to be talking about, so that's actually quite coincidental. Microtransactions. We are seeing more and more and more coming to games. Obviously, FIFA is very bad for it. F1 are getting bad for it, to be fair. There's many other games out there, you know, Call of Duty, Apex, you name it. There's probably microtransactions in every game with a loot box system. Now, I've been seeing loads and loads of things everywhere, you know, about how kids, and I mean, the main one seems to be at the minute is Roblox. Now, I don't play Roblox, never have played Roblox, but people are like, my child spent £800 on Roblox by accident and all this kind of stuff. Right. Sorry, number one, I don't think your child's accidentally done it, for number one. But, I mean, surely there's a duty of care, you know. Loot boxes are a form of gambling. In a way, they are. And it is a money-making method for them.
It is.
Shouldn't we just get rid of loot boxes? We did fine in, you know, the 90s, the early 2000s, until, I don't know, maybe it was FIFA that first brought it in when they brought Ultimate Team in.
You see, when you and me were younger, gaming was gaming. And that's all it was. It was gaming. It was enjoyment. Now parents have to find money for the game. And then, ma'am or dad, I need money for this sort of next part of the game, or I need $8.99 for so many coins to get this character. And you add that up every month, and it's difficult enough at the moment with the cost of living and people struggling to buy food and heat their housing and other important essentials, that the gaming industry doesn't think, oh, hang on a minute, we need to step back from this for a while. We cannot expect people to pay money what they don't have. But when your child asks you for something, it's very hard for you to say no as a parent.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to say, well, my mate has it. Why can I not have it? And it's very difficult. But I think the gaming industry should have responsibility to make it easier on parents, that they should knock this out for a game or two. But they won't, because it's a massive money-making exercise for the gaming industry. This is where they make their money. They can't make it on selling games anymore, because people don't go into GameStop. Like we had GameStop over here in Ireland. We've got CEX. I don't know if you still have Game in England, but
yeah, we do.
People don't go into shops and buy games anymore. It's all done online.
Well, if I say this to you, so this is a little bit of information and a bit of research. So in the fiscal year of 2023, so that's April 2022 to March 2023, gaming publisher Electronic Arts generated approximately $4.3 billion in revenues from extra content sales, with almost half of it being associated with the company's sports game Ultimate Team Mode, as well as content from Apex Legends. 4.3 billion.
So would it hurt EA to say, do you know what? We're going to make this game just for gamers. We'll put everything into one game, and you don't have to buy anything else.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. We need, obviously, like I love playing games. I will play every game that I possibly can play. We need a game that is for gamers. Like when I look back at things, even now, I mean, I have got FIFA, you know, or EA. I've got WWE. I've got Formula One. I have all these games, but I'm also looking for games like Persona, Final Fantasies. Maybe not the new ones. I prefer the older ones, to be fair. You know, stuff like that. Devil May Cry. You know, Hack, which was a fantastic game on the PS2, and I wish they did a reboot of it, but I know they're not going to. Ratchet and Clank. Yeah. These kind of games where it was just you sit down, you play, and you play.
Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot. Spyro the Dragon. You know, I know they've just re-released Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. Well, I say just a while ago, but these are the games that you sat down with your family and you took it in turns. Once you died, you passed controller over and stuff like that. Unless you were part of my family, because my family weren't very good at gaming, and I completed the whole of Crash Bandicoot number 2 before dying, so they never got to play.
I go back. You know this yourself, Connor. I love playing the Transformer games.
Yes,
and I love playing the. I have played every Transformer game that's come out, and even that now, that game has been ruined. The only decent games they brought out was For the Cybertron and War for Cybertron. And again, for me, they were a joy to play because that's just pure gaming. You don't have to buy anything. You go in there and you just play the game. And it's an enjoyable you can complete it in 3 or 4 hours. But 3 or 4 hours of you is just pure enjoyment.
Yeah.
And that's what gaming's supposed to be. It's supposed to be about relaxing, chilling out, and enjoying what you're playing.
Yeah, it is. That is what it is about. I don't know. Right. I'm going to try and get a little bit controversial. Well, I'm not going to try, but we'll see. We'll see if you agree or not. So, we're going to move on to another game here. And this is something that I have been sent to me from one of my friends who likes gaming. And he says, and I quote, Batman Arkham Knight is the greatest action-adventure game that has ever been created.
Your friend is a legend, because I totally agree with him. I've completed it, and I love it. Arkham City is brilliant. Arkham Asylum is brilliant. Arkham City is brilliant. Arkham Knight is the next step up from Arkham City. Love it. Yeah, I agree with him 100%. That game for me is probably one of the greatest Batman games ever made.
See, I was hoping you were going to disagree, because then we could have got into a little bit of a debate about it. I love Batman. I just love Batman.
Now, but I will say Arkham City, I know it was acclaimed brilliantly and everyone loved it. I hate it. I hate Arkham City. Don't like the gameplay, don't like anything. Arkham Asylum is good. Arkham Knight, I think, is the best out of the tree.
See, right, I'm going to throw in a spanner in the works here. Hopefully it's a spanner in the works. So would you say Arkham Knight or any of the Batman games are better than the Red Dead Redemption games?
Yeah.
Okay. I do. Are they better than the Spider-Man games?
Arkham Knight. That's a difficult one because the Spider-Man games are good as well. Do you know what? Damn it. I'm going to say, yeah. The Batman games are better than Spider-Man games.
Interesting. Because I've just got here on my other screen, I've got the 25 best adventure games. And Batman is not in the top 25.
You're joking?
Nope.
What's the top 5 then?
So the top 5 are, I'll go from 5th. Baldur's Gate 3, which I absolutely love. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, that is the game for you.
I haven't played that yet, but I will play it.
It's fantastic. I love that game. We will do a podcast once you've played it.
Yeah.
We'll do a podcast about that game because I love it. I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons fan.
Yeah,
I play it. So I'm tabletop player. So yeah. The Witcher 3.
Good
or
game.
As you'd say it, The Witcher Tree.
Yeah, The Witcher Tree. Or The Watcher Tree.
The Watcher Tree. God of War.
Now, my young lad loves it. He played it. He thinks it's great. I couldn't get into it. I just could not get my head around it.
Yeah, it's one of the games I couldn't get into, to be fair. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is number 2. and Red Dead Redemption 2 is number 1.
Now, I played Red Dead Redemption 2, liked it, but I feel the storyline's too long on it.
I mean, I could keep going because, like I said, there's 25 here. I mean, at 15, there's Star Wars Jedi Survivor. 17 is Bioshock. 19, Hogwarts Legacy.
Now, is Fallout in there?
Fallout 4 is in here, yes.
No, my young lad now loves the Fallout games.
But Fallout 4 is 25, is number 25.
That's shocking. I thought that'd be higher up in that list, personally.
But there's no Batman game.
That's shocking. That's ridiculous because Arkham Asylum was the first game to come out it was the first proper Batman game to come out that everyone thought that's a proper Batman game.
Yeah.
It had Kevin Conroy as Batman. It had Mike Hummel as the Joker. It had the first, and they did all three, Kevin Conroy and Mark Hummel. And sadly, Kevin Conroy is no longer with us after passing away last year. But for me, the Batman games, they were legendary.
Yeah.
And not to make it in the top 25 is shocking.
No, I mean, even if we're just taking the gameplay out of it, the little Easter eggs that they have everywhere, is fantastic. Like you can find the Calendar Man, one of the most useless superheroes, and like if you saw his calendar, you'd see a date circled, and then that was the date of the next Batman game that was coming. Stuff like that was absolutely amazing. I spent hours and hours and hours searching for things when I played it. But yeah, I mean, if people don't enjoy it as much, they don't enjoy it as much, I suppose.
I want to bring up another game that's got a lot of criticism, but I enjoy playing it. It's the Avengers game, Marvel Avengers.
Okay.
Now, Marvel have not made great games over the years. I think the only decent game they made was the Thor game, which I enjoyed playing, and the Captain America game, which was good. The Iron Man games were way too difficult to play, Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2. But I think Marvel Avengers gets unfairly criticised. Because I think it's a good game. It generally is a good game. But for whatever reason, it gets a lot of hate. And I don't know what you think of it, but I think it's a bit undeserved, really, because I think it is genuinely a very good game.
Yeah, I mean, I struggle with Marvel games anyway, to be honest with you. I'm just not a massive fan of the franchise itself. And I don't think I've played enough of the Avengers game to actually justify critiquing it, because I think I've probably played an hour at most. Maybe obviously, I'm going to have to start playing more games, even if they don't interest me as much, because obviously we're doing a podcast. I need to be able to talk about these things. But yeah, I mean, I'll play it. I'll play some of it probably tomorrow. So I have got it. So I'll play some of it tomorrow, and then we can come back to this topic once I've got a little bit of.
We may do a stream of us playing the game.
Yeah,
I think that'd be the better way of talking about it, us playing it and talking through what we're seeing. What are your views on Lego games?
Oh, Lego. God. You know what? This is where we are going to seriously disagree.
Yeah.
Serious. Because I know you're a massive fan of Lego games.
I like I am actually. They're great games to chill out to, I have to say.
I cannot stand Lego games. I can't.
Why?
Because they're so childish. And
they're not.
They are. If I'm playing a Star Wars game, and I've got Star Wars Lego, and I'm having to hit people like 4 or 5 times with this blocky lightsaber, and then they just disappear into little particles and bounce on the floor. If I'm hitting somebody with a lightsaber, I want to split them in half.
But it's just for example, right? You want to chill out at the end of the day. You want something easy to play. I mean, I've downloaded the Skywalker Saga because it is Star Wars Day. I mean, may the 4th be with everyone. I knew I was going to get that in there somewhere.
I'm going to wait until May the 6th.
Well, what happens on May the 6th?
So may the Sith be with you.
Oh, yeah, we all know you like a bit of Darth Vader.
Damn right.
That's for a different stream, by the way.
Yes, completely different stream.
And a different time. But no, I mean, I love the Marvel, the Lego Avengers, which I thought was very well done. The Batman 3 one was very well done as well, by the way. And the Skywalker saga is very well done. Lego games has come on so much to where they were back in the day. I know. I look. Just pick one Lego game. Do it for me. Pick one Lego game and give it a go.
You know what, Dermo? I don't have to because I have played Lego games. I have played them. I played Harry Potter Lego, all of them. I've played every single Harry Potter Lego.
I don't like the Harry Potter ones. I don't like the older Lego games. For me, they're too childish. But I think the new ones that have come up have been more for adults, if you know what I mean.
I have also played. Let me just make sure I get the name of this right. I have played the DC Supervillains, which is Lego, as well. And I mean, I played the DC Supervillains one with my other half, to be fair. And I did find it enjoyable because I was playing it with somebody else, you know. But for me to sit down and play it on my own, I just couldn't. I just don't enjoy them enough.
No. For me, if I'm really tired and my brain isn't working, I want a game where I don't have too much brain power. They're a great game to chill out to.
You see, the game me and my partner actually, the game that we resort to when we're feeling a bit like, I just want to chill out, don't want to watch TV, I want to do something, is actually a game called House Flipper.
Really?
Yes, we play House Flipper. Now, if anybody out there has not actually played House Flipper, all you are doing basically is decorating and restoring houses and then selling them. That's all you're doing in the game. But there's such a nice, calming music in the background as well. It's so relaxing and everything. I want to play House Flipper 2. I just don't have it yet. But I'm going to get it soon, to be fair.
I mean, if I really want to play a game to relax to, it has to be Super Mario Brothers.
That's so stressful, though.
And it's not. I don't find it stressful.
Oh, you're weird.
I do not find Mario Brothers stressful. It's the most
Mario is a rage game.
Yeah, it's a little short of fat Italian man jumping around eating magic mushrooms.
It's a rage game. You jump and you've got it pixel perfect, but then you still fall down the gap because he's decided, he weighs 5 stone heavier than what he started jumping to when he's landing.
So the mushrooms he's eating.
Honestly, I don't think I've played a Mario game since Super Mario Bros. 2.
You got rage issues. That's your problem.
Oh yeah, I do. This is why I don't play rage games. I like Cuphead, for instance. Have you ever played Cuphead? No. Cuphead is a side-scrolling action adventure kind of thing, and it's a rage game. 100%. I want it. I've been told I'm not allowed it because all you'll hear is me going off on one massively, and the neighbors will come round and ask if someone is being murdered or something because things will get thrown. I'm not joking. I'm really bad to it.
I tell you one game that I do love playing, and it's Mario Kart. I think that's the most relaxing game also. The Nintendo games in general are very good, actually, some of them. Yeah,
Nintendo are a very, very good company.
Donkey Kong, and I remember playing Donkey Kong back in the day in the 80s when the NES came out. Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong. Then Sonic the Hedgehog came out, and it was like, wow, there's something different. But I always keep going back to Mario Brothers. I always felt Mario Brothers is better than Sonic the Hedgehog, in my opinion. I don't know what you think and what the people think. Put your comments below. Are you a Mario fan or are you a Sonic the Hedgehog fan when you were younger? I was more in the Mario camp.
See, I was a Sonic fan when I was younger, but I think that's probably a bit to do with the age differentials as well. Sonic was very 90s,
See, I remember playing Kung Fu on the NES back in the day.
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu. It was a great game. It was a multi-level game where you went through. It was side on. You beat a lot of people, and then you had to beat a big boss at the end of the day, and then you beat the final boss to win the girl.
Well, I mean, story time, and this story will always go with me forever and ever and ever.
Back in the day when Colin was a wee boy.
Yeah, I was a wee boy. Sega Mega Drive. Me and my mother played Streets of Rage. Now, if you've played Streets of Rage, you know it's a side-scrolling fight and beat 'em up game.
Yeah.
It took us forever and ever and ever to get to the final boss, the very final boss. Me being me, very impatient. There was massive bits of writing and stuff like that. I didn't read a single bit of it, not one bit. And it gives you an option, yes or no. Yeah. Obviously, I've just clicked like yes, let's fight, let's go, and I've clicked yes, and then all of a sudden, I'm having to fight my mum in the game. And my mum's going, "What have you done that for? Why have you done that?" Proper, like, it took us forever to get to that. And then, obviously, my mum beat my character and then went on, and she had to go through every single boss again on her own. And died right at the end of the game.
Oh, I bet you weren't popular.
Oh, yeah. Me and my mother have never sat down and played Streets of Rage ever again. She refuses to because of something I did when I was about 6. If that.
Tell her next Christmas, let's have a Streets of Rage day.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to walk around and be like, "Hey, look what I got. Come on, let's play." And we'll get to that point again. I'll do exactly the same thing again because I haven't changed. I don't like reading stuff.
No, you don't. We know that for a fact.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But gaming is fun. Gaming should be fun. And this is what this podcast is about. It's about gaming. It's about letting us and the other guys that are involved in the channel, their stories are going to come as well. And it's going to be great, Colin, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
I mean, we've basically, decided to do this because there is a bunch of us that love gaming. Obviously, if you are listening to this on Spotify, do come over to the YouTube because we are going to be doing Let's Plays. We're going to be doing live streams over on Twitch as well. So you can interact with us and tell us your stories. We'd love to be able to chat with anybody that actually comes in. Not a problem at all. This is what we're here for. Gaming is for everybody.
It is. We might even get you on the podcast if you want to come on. Get in touch with me and Colin, and we'll get you on the podcast and let's hear your story.
Exactly.
And what got you into gaming. And look, I mean, gaming is for the family. Gaming is for fun. Let's not forget that. I know we do our sports YouTube channels, and that can be stressful, and that can be very stressful. But this is fun. This is our love. And we're going to do a lot of gaming on the channel. We're going to do a lot of double gaming as well. Me and Colin, we're going to do, we've got an F1 championship coming up. We've got load of FIFA stuff to come up as well. I'm going to do a few Transformer series as well on it. I may even do a Batman Arkham Knight series. I'm very tempted to do that. Yeah,
why not? Why not do it?
Yeah.
But if you have enjoyed, obviously, listening to the wonderful voice of Dermatron and the horrible voice of me.
I've noticed you've gone deep again.
Yes, I have.
Yes, he's still looking for the audio book contract.
Of course I am.
This is a big column. Today, we are talking about gaming. As you go to sleep for your nightly dreams, dream of my voice taking you into a world of the make-believe. There you go. That's
as we enter the world of gaming.
Yeah, enter the world of Double Dumb Gaming. Enjoy.
Enjoy our dumbness. Yes. Yeah. You have to enjoy it.
We are going to become the biggest gaming YouTube channel in the world.
All right, Jeremy Clarkson, calm down. Yeah. Calm down.
In the world.
But if you are listening, like I said, on Spotify, come over to YouTube, and there's something I need you guys to do. Every single person that pops into this, sees this, hears this part, what I need you guys to do is say in the comments below, Dermo, play Dead by Daylight. Dermo, play Dead by Daylight. Dermo, play Dead by Daylight. Because there are a bunch of us. Hold on 1 second. There are a bunch of us in our chat that want to play Dead by Daylight. And Dermo, bless him, hates horror games. So it will be absolutely fantastic to get him on this game with the bunch, with all the lads in the chat, and just watch him. Because it will be hilarious.
I won't even watch a horror film with Mrs. Tron. She knows that herself.
It's going to happen. And so please, hit the like. Every like means Dermo's one step closer to doing it.
Hit a dislike, that means I don't do it.
No, don't hit the dislikes. Don't hit the dislikes. Hit the likes. All the likes. And put in the comments to him to do it.
I can see this coming.
Trust me, you won't regret it, guys. If we can get Dermo on it, you will not regret it. I promise. It's going to be hilarious.
I'm going to squeal like a piggy.
Well, that's what we want to happen. When I'm chasing you around as a murderer and you're trying to run away from me.
Yeah. Oh. Get away. Leave me alone.
All right. That's going to about wrap this one up for us on the Double Done podcast. Dermo, you are in charge next week. Or whenever we do this. I'm not going to date this time because we don't know how long it's going to be until we do the next one. But you're in charge on the next podcast. Is there anything you want to, put in there to make sure people come back, or are you going to keep it all secret?
We're going to talk a bit about retro gaming next week, I think. I want to go back to early gaming. And I want to talk about your early gaming memories.
Yes.
What was the first game that got you in hooked? And also, I'm going to talk about, there's a lot of retro gaming channels around now. And is retro gaming coming back back again now? Are people going back to the N64s or the Saturn Segas or the NESs or the Super Nintendos? Are people going back now? And a few other bits and pieces as well. So I'm sure it's going to be an enjoyable podcast, but I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. And hopefully we'll have the other guys on as well with us so they can share their experiences also. But that's going to be...
You know what I've just realised? Yes. I'm now standing, and I feel like I'm Optimus Prime. I've got a gun over my one shoulder, and I've got an arm over my other shoulder. And I'm just covering his whole body. I just feel like...
Dermotron Prime.
Yeah. Leader of Double Done Gaming.
Dumbbots, roll out.
Yeah, Dumbbots, could transform and roll the collar.
Oh God! Oh dear. Dermo's been drinking his happy drink. I'm telling you.
It is, yeah. It's sherbets and lemonade. No, it's not. It's a cup of tea because my throat is killing me. So I'm going to rest my throat now for the rest of the day and get ready for tomorrow.
Fantastic stuff. That's going to wrap it up for us on the Double Done Gaming podcast. We hope you all have enjoyed. I have been Colm. This has been
Dermotron.
And like I said, we'll see you all next time we're on. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Go over to Spotify, subscribe on there. Go over to Twitch, subscribe on there, or like or follow or whatever it is you do on Twitch. I don't know. Look out for our content that's coming out soon.
And always remember, love your gaming.
Exactly. Thank you.